is up, my Transformers family? I am the 80s Transformers fan. Today I'm so excited to be doing this review. It is Transformers Legacy United Wheeljack. The Transformers Legacy series has gone through a few rebrands. It was originally Transformers Legacy, then Transformers Evolution, now United. The package has a slight redeco to it. It's a little bit darker, has some blues and some purple on it. You can see Wheeljack inside the packaging. There is no plastic window. This is a plasticless package except for the ties that hold the figure down. On the front of the packaging, Hasbro got straight down to business putting Wheeljack in his Cybertronian vehicle mode, which is the reason why most people are going to buy it and the reason why I bought this figure. But anyway, on the front of the package, we got ages 8 and up, Origin, Wheeljack, Transformers Legacy United. He is a Voyager class figure. Back of the box, we have the product shot, an image of the actual, a render of the actual toy. Wheeljack in both modes, 32 steps. We can see the little shield that goes on there. In the bottom left corner, they hint at the fact that you can actually take the buzzworthy Bumblebee and put him inside. I can't wait to put that to the test. But we're not here for the packaging. Let's get them off the turntable and get them open. Alright, let's bring Wheeljack closer and take a look and see if he's worth the 40-year wait for this guy. He's kind of clunky and blocky, but I guess he's going to have to be turned into that cubicle Cybertronian vehicle. And he has this, like, cape on his back, but wait, I think it folds up. Yeah, there's an open space and a peg right here. Let's get this in here. And we clean up that Cybertronian cape, but we still have kibble hanging out. And again, this is going to become the vehicle, so it's fine. I'm not upset about the kibble at all. Let's bring Wheeljack. All right, let's take a look at Wheeljack so we can get to that vehicle mode. Nicely molded in head. You can see his blue eyes gleaming from underneath the little gray helmet. The helmet is gray plastic with some silver paint apps on. And speaking of silver paint apps, this one on the ear is a little bit off right there. The only other paint apps Wheeljack is sporting is a little bit of white, green, and red on the canopy, which is a translucent green plastic. Nice little Autobot logo right there. A little bit of molded and detailing on his shoulders. And again, he's just this blocky guy because he needs to transform into a cube. Kibble down here on his legs, but that's fine. Now let's take a look at Wheeljack's articulation real quick. Wheeljack can look up that far and down, not really anything at all. Wheeljack head can rock side to side, can do a full 360. Wheeljack arms and shoulders come up this far. They can rotate at that shoulder. Wheeljack has a bicep swivel right here. Elbow bend, that's all you get. Coming to his fist, 360 rotation. Coming to his waist and chest area, there's gonna be nothing in the chest but his waist. He can sit down or bend him over. He can rear back this far, and it's all like in the crotch and hip articulation, and the same articulation allows his foot to come forward, which is pretty much him bending down. But he can get out to the sides this far, front and back, 360 at the thigh cut, knee bend coming to his foot, looks like a dumbbell, front, back, and side to side out of that, which is needed because of the blockiness between his legs. You want to get him to get a wider stance. Wheeljack has a couple accessories. One is this gun, which they did in the translucent green which makes no sense. They should have did these in the translucent green and this in the white and painted it silver. They hollowed it out, those cheap bastards. So let's get it in his hand. Bam, now he can take that, Decepticon. The cool thing about this gun, if you look really close, it's molded like the Generation 1 shoulder cannon because it doubles as a Generation 1 shoulder cannon. Pops in right here, and he can Decepticon bums. Next up are these little spinning blades that go in this vehicle mode mostly, but they double as Dominator discs from the episode The Core, where the Autobots try to take over Devastator, and you can plug it onto the end of Wheeljack's gun, now cannon, and he can fire it just like in a cartoon. And that is so cool that somebody thought to add that. Alright, so now it's time for the transformation, and I'm finna freestyle in this bitch. Let's do it. Fold these little wings down, tuck those away, open these compartments right here, rotate the fist, bring this portion down, some clearance, rotate the legs. Now we're going to start to unhinge all of this till we form the side of the vehicle. You can pretty much see what's going on. Come on this side and repeat the beat. And the colors, the gray, at least, and the green, pretty much matches up and gives you direction where you know what you're doing. You're going to have to eventually line this up with this. And we're going to come to the front and bring down Wheeljack's chest. I'm going to turn his head around because I believe it sticks out in robot mode. I've seen pictures where it's just hanging out. But if we turn it around, we can eliminate that like some of the G1 toys. We have to unhinge his knee like that. But we're going to take his feet, rotate it around, and put it in this area right here. Come over here, repeat the beat. Feet around right here. And now we kind of want to form the bed of the truck by unpaneling these pieces. Right here. This is the basic shell. Try to put these legs together at the bottom. Hope it holds. These tabs are very small. Alright, now I'm going to try to put this together. No, wait. Let's come to the bumper. Let's get the bumper. I think it helps to lock the bumper in. Rotate this up and in. Same thing with the other arm. Just bring them together. Rotate them up and in. And there's an up and under tab right here. Helps these hold together, and then they tap into the windshield. There's one tab on each arm and one tab from the windshield. I believe that'll give us the space to lock it in now. Start at the front. Bring down the top. Come over to this side. And the bottom is a little crooked. Alright, I think that's got it straightened out. And here we have it. Here's our Star Trek Original Series shuttle. I mean, Cybertronian U-Haul. I mean, Wheeljack's vehicle mode. Wait. Unhinge this part right here. And there are 2 ports here and here and 2 tabs. And it tabs in right here for Wheeljack's Cybertronian vehicle mode. And yes, 40 years in the making, I tell you, and I have it. I have it in my hands. Oh, Wheeljack. And man, this thing is awesome. It looks just like the cartoon. The only thing I'm a little disappointed in, I shouldn't be surprised, there are no wheels. And before anybody says, well, he just hovered on Cybertron, I mean, I would like to roll this thing and not just grind down the plastic. So let's check it out. I have a glass surface, so it's going to glide, but on anything else, I mean, I can see it just grinding down the plastic underneath, and then since this plastic actually forms the chest, we really don't want that, but yeah, I mean, this thing is perfect. Oh, man. Never thought this would be a reality. I mean, I've seen people customize and 3D print. Most of them didn't transform, but Hasbro has freaking pulled it off. Look at this thing. It is gorgeous. We got some paint detail right here. I don't know what that is. I don't know if these are headlights or whatever. I got to check and see if it's cartoon accurate, but I'm pretty sure it is. Got the translucent green window here and on the sides, just like the cartoon. Both sides. Are you kidding me? And then, I hate to do it, but this little door lets down. I'm about to jack up the whole transformer. Oh, it's holding together a little bit more sturdy now that I got it. It's like holding together, but this door lets down so you can slide Bumblebee in there. But wait. We're going to slow down. This mode, they could have put an Autobot logo right here. I don't think it was one present on the cartoon, but I still would like to see a faction logo. But this thing is awesome. All right, Wheeljack, of course, has weapon storage in this mode. He has ports. I was going to say all over. I thought he had, well, I guess they transformed into the vehicle, but he has one on top. You put a gun on top. And then he has these things. I said it earlier. They double as Dominator disc and blades on the front where he ran into the Decepticons. And you know the Decepticons are about to get it right now. Mind if I cut in? Oh, this thing is absolutely perfect. Now, Wheeljack has these little spaces on the sides of his rear fin or back compartment, and I believe these are for the Energon rods that came with Buzzworthy Bumblebee that he was seen in the first episode holding. And here are those energy rods, and I believe they store. I complained in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee video that those guys couldn't hold, the Earthrise Wheeljack or the Buzzworthy Bumblebee couldn't actually hold these in their hand. And I felt like that was extremely disappointing, and still feel like that's extremely disappointing. But they kind of made up for it because they store here on Wheeljack's vehicle mode. Sort of kind of made up for it. He came with 5. There's 6 slots, but he came with 5. Get him on here like this, and now he can actually carry those rods that came with Buzzworthy Bumblebee. And speaking of Buzzworthy Bumblebee, let's get him out here in his Cybertronian mode. And man, I never dreamed that I'll actually see this together in an official toy line. Man, they look fantastic together. And the best part is, this guy is supposed to be able to squeeze in here just like he did on the episode when Bumblebee got blasted, lost the wheel. We don't know where the wheel was at because he was like supposed to be hovering. And again, like we didn't get wheels. Okay, I'm going to let that go. So let's see if we can get Bumblebee inside Wheeljack. So we're going to have to semi-reverse transform Bumblebee a little bit. His panels are very sensitive. They come off a lot. Okay, and I'm going to untap that. Hold this down and over twice. Okay, so I think he's compact enough to go in here. Like I say, this front bumper fits down in that slot in there. Like, I can see it. Okay, right there. And it looks like, I don't know, it's a tight, snug fit. Let me see, it's kind of hanging out the top. Let's see if we can pull it off. Okay, close this door up. Forgot. The tabs go up. Alright, bam. Close it over here. Close it over there. And we have Bumblebee inside. How cool is that? You can see him in there. Oh man, we got everything but the little dashboard light. Oh, that is so, so cool. While I'm steeped in nostalgia from the vintage cartoon, let's bring out Jazz, the other Cybertronian mode guy we saw. We saw one more. We saw 2 more. We saw Soundwave and Laserbeak in their Cybertronian modes, and I hope we get those. But here is Jazz in his Cybertronian mode. And man, how glorious is this? I got to get Bumblebee back out, but I don't want to take him out because it's so cool. But I'm going to get him out to get a 3-shot. Here are our 3 Autobots in their Cybertronian modes, and I could not be happier. This is just awesome. I mean, this is a small dream come true, something I never thought I would see. And just awesome. Here's Siege Starscream in his Tetrajet mode to go along with Wheeljack, and you can just recreate that scene.
Autobots, stop them!
Last thing in vehicle mode is this blast shield. Now, from what I understand, this thing is kind of wacky. You got to disassemble it to reassemble it, which is kind of weird. Like, why wouldn't it be in the proper configuration in the package? But let's take it apart. And then reassemble it at this hinge. Oh yeah, I'm coming in the wrong way. Got to kind of slide it in this way. Much easier. And let's get it onto the vehicle. And there's some slots in the door. Right there on both sides. Right there. And we can get the cartoon blast shield going on. This thing is absolutely amazing. If I keep saying it, I apologize, but I love it. Being an old school 80s Transformers fan, this is it. I mean, this is perfect. I hate to transform it back to robot mode, but I got to continue the review, so let's do it. Jumping back into the robot mode and continuing the comparisons. Here are Jazz and Bumblebee fellow Cybertronian modes, but for some reason they were in the buzzworthy line. I don't know if that's not a thing anymore, but this is how they scale. Here we have Generation 1 Optimus Prime, because this is where this guy belongs. And from Earthrise is another Optimus Prime. And last but not least, here is the Wheeljack family. We have the Generation 1, Earthrise, and Masterpiece represented here. I want to focus on these two real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I just want to say that we have a Voyager class and a Deluxe class. And there's not much difference other than the 10 to, what is it, depending on where you're at, about $10 to $15 inflation, kind of roughly. And what we're paying for basically is the extra fold out pieces. We're paying for the extra plastic that go into the vehicle mode, but the robot modes are pretty much the same scale. Like the head sculpt over here has a lot more paint. There are 3 different paint apps on his head, 2 on the face, silver for the mouth plate and the gunmetal gray for around the nose and eyes. And the ears are very well painted. They're painted all the way around. So is the head plate, or the mouth plate, painted all the way around to the back of the head. And you can just see all the paint apps going on here all over the figure, the rims, down to the legs, the black, even if it's just something subtle as black. A ton of paint apps on this guy, and they are not present over here. So, man, I think this is executed better as far as an action figure in detail. But, I mean, we're here for the vehicle mode, but I just wanted to bring that up, that we're getting less figure for more money. I guess that kind of leads me into my final thoughts on Wheeljack. And first I'm start with the robot mode before I gush over the vehicle mode. The robot mode is pretty decent. It's what you would expect from a deluxe class figure, even though he's pushed into that Voyager class. As an action figure, I give him about a 5.8 out of 10. It's not bad, it's just not a whole lot going on. So anything over a 5 is, I guess, is pretty good. His accessories, I guess he comes with what he needs. He comes with the Dominator disc / blades for the front of the vehicle, which is very nice. And the gun, it doubles as a shoulder cannon because they're too lazy to give us both. So I give those about a 7 out of 10. And then the vehicle mode, the Cybertronian vehicle mode, it is about an 8 out of 10. They could have used that Autobot symbol on the roof. I would have gave it a 9. But I do love it. I paid $37 for this thing. Oddly enough, I found it in the store, I think Wednesday. Was it March 27th, 28th? Last Wednesday before Good Friday. And they wouldn't sell it to me. I saw him, Blaster, the whole line I saw in the store. And they wouldn't sell it to me. A lady took it and she took it to the service desk. So I had to run back real fast, grab another one and hide it. And when I went back Monday after Easter, it was still sitting there. I got it. This is the review. Here it is. I love it. If you can find it, go pick it up. And that's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story.
Bumblebee, get in quick! You all right?
wouldn't be much of a Transformers fan if I didn't have extra Autobot logos laying around. Went through my files and found the translucent set of Autobot logo sticker sheets, and bam, perfect fit. And here we go. Still shouldn't have had to do it.